Hello, welcome to Lower Bit Rate, episode 14.
Episode 14. Huzzah! We made it.
Dab.
Every episode is a miracle.
Especially this one.
It really is. There's several reasons, but we overcame some obstacles to bring you episode 14.
Yeah. Conjured up
Putting
miracles.
it lightly.
Yep. Yeah. How was your week?
The pod god smiled upon us.
Someone did, because
I was like praying while you were trying to fix stuff just a minute ago. Anyway, my week has been
Wait.
okay.
We have to thank them.
Oh shit. Plowed ahead without gratitude. Sorry.
Shit.
Well, as we said, thanks for listening to episode 14. Guys, thanks for providing excellent feedback as always on previous episodes, and thanks for the reviews. We really appreciate it. I don't know why people do that, but it's very nice. Thank you.
Yes, consensual platonic kisses. Mwah. I was weak.
Or as Twitch would say, butt touches. I think that's what that means. Not quite sure. So my week, thank you for asking. The last week was pretty stressful. Just a quick dog update. My dog started new treatment. So just been taking care of him. He's doing great. I'm a ball of anxiety just caring for him. But I had family in town this weekend too. So we watched movies. How about you?
Your dog's a fucking champ, by the way.
He is. He's sassy and perky, and I mean, he's doing great right now. So I'm just trying to be like, do great too, I guess. But yeah.
Okay, so my week has been a cluster fuck. So that's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
So
please enlighten us.
Goes live in the morning on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So this is starting from Friday.
Yeah.
It's my mom's birthday weekend. Her and my brother, we're gonna go out of town, and I was gonna fucking sleep in and just walk around naked. You know what I mean? I have the apartment to myself. I was gonna do whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah.
Not the case. Yeah, they got into a car accident. On Friday, I woke up to mad missed calls and talking about we're in the hospital. I'm like, oh my god. So
yeah,
I like wipe the fucking 6-hour crust on my eyes and finally go down there. And yeah, if you text and drive, my brother wasn't doing it because I would literally fucking hang him. You're an asshole. Point blank. Everybody's fine though. Everybody's whole.
Yeah.
So my whole weekend was revolved around going to the hospital. My mom spent her birthday in the hospital, so we tried to make that as special as we could. And she came back on Sunday. Monday, I decided on a whim, and I've been like flirting with this idea for the last 6 months or so, and I thought it was time for a PC upgrade.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that last week. You were thinking about upgrading.
Yeah, but every time that I built a PC, the first PC I built was a ball of sacrifices. Let's just put it that, and like hopes and dreams and spit. And this time it was going to be a little bit different. I was going to go balls to the wall, exactly what I wanted, done it the right way. And it was about time. It's been like 3 or so years, a little bit more.
Okay.
Since I've had a computer. And Intel, LOL. So I decided this is the big reveal. This is the big thing. This is the thing I was struggling with like the entire time. Is to go Intel or AMD.
Yeah.
And I went AMD.
Bold choice.
Realistically, the processors were the same price. The Intel one is better for gaming, but there's a lot more things I do than gaming. So I gained a lot more for losing a little bit of gaming stuff, but realistically, like 10% gaming is like LOL, you know,
Okay.
what, 5 frames or so?
So
Not a
so far
big
you're
deal.
happy with the AMD processor.
Yes. Right now,
Okay.
yes. Setting it up, no.
Yeah.
Um, Hours upon hours of meticulously taking cables and tying them, setting them up correctly. I bought a new case as well because the case that I had previously, it's in the garbage because it's trash. Um,
Oh.
yeah, so it took me forever to set it up or whatever, and I was gonna liquid cool my 1080 Ti, and as I was unscrewing the three
Mm-hmm.
millimeter nuts on the back of the graphics card, I looked away for a hot second and decided to scrape mad resistors on the back of it. The card is dead.
Ugh.
It's gone. R.I.P. Uh,
Oh, that's really painful.
yeah, a very
Oh my
expensive
gosh.
mistake. And factor in with the fact that, like, I have to take care of my mom. I'm stressed. It's
Mm-hmm.
hot in this place because they're cooking us in the apartment. I've been sitting here
Oh.
for the last 6 hours trying to set up this thing, and I fuck up my graphics card at 1 in the morning. Yikes.
Yeah, I have memories of New York like that, like with the windows open and as it becomes spring because you don't have control over the temperature in the building.
No,
It's
you
like
don't.
it's like a one size fits most.
Mm-hmm. And like all it takes is one person to complain that they're cold, and they're cooking everybody in this bitch.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like when you live in an old city like that, I don't think people really like that. That doesn't happen in Austin, Texas, y'all.
Yeah, like if you like people who hear my air conditioner in the background, they're like,
Hmm.
"Why do you have an air conditioner on in December?" I'm like, "Yo, it's fucking hot in here." Hello?
Yeah.
I'm trying to balance out the flames, the hot flames. So yeah, I built a PC. Not much gaming, to be honest, this week. But yeah, I got a Ryzen 3900X, 32 gigabytes of RAM, some crazy
Hmm.
motherboard. Um, I was gonna have a 1080 Ti, but I decided to say fuck it, go with the theme of like do it the right way. I
Yeah.
got a 2080 Ti for a good deal.
Hmm.
Um, Mad storage, some crazy cooler. Everything's good. Everything's cool. But as we talked about before, chasing these little electrical bugs
Yeah.
that keep happening, or like it's a miracle that we're recording right now. But yeah, I'm content. I'm happy. I'm glad everybody's whole. I'm glad that this week is almost over.
Yeah, we're halfway through. We're recording on Wednesday this week, the 26th. Sometimes we record on Thursdays, but yeah, things have just been nuts. I'm hoping things can get a little bit more normal. I'm really trying to return to gaming. I want to return, to my Twitch stream. It's just there's life demands that, sometimes you gotta take care of some stuff.
Yeah, this whole adult tag, I want to return that shit and go back to being 16.
Yeah. Something that's around the corner too, like before we record the next podcast, Tuesday, I think of next week, the 3rd, was the first time I ever streamed 5 years ago.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
I remember your first
March
stream.
March 3rd. Yeah, I used to stream from my Xbox, guys. Now look at us.
We here.
I got 2 PCs in this room. It's nice.
What are you like? What are your plans? Right? Like you bought the PC like what, a year ago? The second PC,
Mhm.
the gaming PC.
Mhm.
You've had your chair for a while. You've had your mic for a while.
Mhm.
But to be
My
fair
next
though,
upgrade.
you got that mic based on my recommendation, correct?
Mhm.
If I remember,
Yeah.
that mic that you have lasted me a decade.
It's an excellent microphone. I still recommend it to people. It's an Audio Technica USB,
Yeah, ATR
and
2100.
it converts to XLR too. And it's always around like under $60. I would really recommend it. I don't know, unless you're sponsored by Blue Yeti or you are an ASMR streamer, this is the microphone you need.
Yeah, the ATR 2100 USB mic. That mic is the goat. If you're trying to start or whatever, you don't even need to stream or anything. You just want to have good, decent quality audio. That is it for the cheap, cheap.
It's nice. Yeah, solid piece of equipment. You can slowly make upgrades as you stream, or as you game. But if you're streaming, the first upgrade I would go for is either a mic or a chair. Because both of those, it's like it's almost like an RPG. What you got to choose from these skills or like upgrades, and it's a tough choice, but you can put a little bit of money into upgrades as you go.
Yep. It doesn't matter how good your stream or video looks. If you sound like shit, people are not going to watch it.
True.
Chairs, though.
Good old streaming. Yeah, let's talk about chairs. Today on Twitter, I saw a tweet, Streamer News, saying that Herman Miller, I think that's the name of the chair brand, is partnering with Logitech to make a gaming chair.
That's pretty pog news to me.
I'm surprised this hasn't happened before.
Herman Miller makes really good chairs. Every time I go to like a doctor's appointment, I'm always like trying their different chairs and looking at the model numbers. Yeah, that's really lame.
Putting your butt in some expensive ass chairs.
Yeah, I wonder okay, so Logitech is a decent company. I have their mouse, the G Pro Wireless, and I've had different products from them throughout the years. I mean, their keyboard wasn't my thing, but they have a new keyboard that's pretty similar to mine. They make decent quality shit. So,
yeah, I have their mouse. I have their wireless headphones. Happy with it. I pick Logitech and Corsair personally.
Yeah, so my chair, my DX Racer chair is literally falling apart. I think one of the armrests snapped off maybe like a year ago.
I have no idea how you did that.
Listen, Thick Boy Club, yeah, it was a long time coming. One of them's still on there, barely. But I think the armchair, the armrest snapping was kind of like my fault or whatever. Too many cheeseburgers. But I'm interested to see like what the styling is on the chair, because Herman Miller is like kind of like, if you ever look at their chairs, they have like a futuristic like tone to them, like a minimalistic futuristic like design, but they're really
they're like mesh chairs that the captain would sit in on the Enterprise.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting, well, actually on eBay, one of the Herman Miller chairs is in my cart for about $400 and something. I'm still thinking about it because this chair still works. Once the gas spring starts going out, I'll like accelerate the process, but for now it's okay. Do you think it's gonna be gamery, or do you think it's gonna be more?
I think it's going to be sleek because that Herman Miller is known for design. I guess they're bringing in Logitech to. I don't think they're bringing in Logitech for the aesthetic. I think they're bringing in Logitech for their knowledge of what gamers want versus what like corporate chairs are, or like if you're in an office environment. I went with the DX Racer like 4 years ago, I think. I still have the same one. I got it for $150, which is very, very cheap. That's even, in my opinion, inexpensive for like any type of office chair or gaming chair. But I still have it. My only complaint is the hydraulics are loud. You'll hear it on the podcast too. Like if I shift a certain way in the chair, then you'll hear, unfortunately, the hydraulics go pop. So I don't like it.
Yeah, mine's
I'd like a new chair. But it's functional. So I hate replacing things that are still functional.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I want to know when it's coming out, how much it's going to cost, and like
how much it's going to cost. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's
Herman Miller chairs are thousands of dollars to my knowledge. Like I've never even considered them because I knew they were so crazy expensive.
So yeah, like if you ever go to their site, the options, some of them get crazy.
Yeah, so I don't think the gaming chairs will be thousands of dollars. Do you?
No, I think the perfect price point for them to come in at is like 400, 300, 3 to 4, maybe 5 at the max, depending on like
Yeah.
what it is. Um, yeah, but I'm excited. I hope it comes out soon.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, T, TBD.
I'd
Uh,
like, I would like to see it.
yeah, we got some gaming shit to talk about. What
Yeah.
do you want to talk about first?
Tell me about your Path of Exile update. What's going on?
Yeah, quick update on Wilson. Trash game. One
Oh
out of
yeah.
10. I don't want to talk about it. Path of Exile. New league. I'm gonna go AFL. That's away from life for about a weekend.
A new league. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. They're continuing. The wheels keep turning. They keep churning shit out. Preparing for their Path of Exile 2. I'm here. I'm with it. Slowly but surely, Path of Exile is like making itself like the number one ARPG, and it's
Hmm.
kind of hard to compete. They've had years. I'm excited. Check it out. It looks cool.
Yay, PoE.
One update, Temtem. We talked about Temtem when Temtem was kind of like
Hmm.
lesser known, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, okay, this seems cool. They sold 500,000 copies. People want Pokemon like games.
Yeah.
People like that shit. And
Yep.
Pokemon can't do anything about turn-based RPGs. I mean, I'm happy for them, regardless of them patching the game 50 times in a day.
Yeah.
They came out with a roadmap, which is interesting. I'm gonna pull it up really quick. Um, a big focus on cosmetics, cosmetic like microtransactions, which I kind of called in the
Hmm.
beginning because I was like, since you're not making it's subscription based, it's gonna be cosmetic based. So basically, they put this out. I'm gonna send this to you in a message.
Okay.
Um, so they have a plan from spring 2020 up until next year summer. And some of the
Wow.
things that
That's a lot of stuff on this list you just sent me.
yeah, the thing that stands out from for me specifically, winter 2020 they're gonna have a trading house, um, player
Cool.
housing in summer 2020, and then the thing that really fucking tickles my pickle is summer 2021 a Nuzlocke game mode. You know what a Nuzlocke is, right?
Mm-mm.
Um, it's like it's a challenge. Um, it's a set of rules intended to create a higher level of difficulty while playing Pokemon. It's a derivative from Pokemon. I'm talking about Bulbapedia right now. Um,
So will it be like master mode or like hero mode?
yeah, it's basically like hardcore mode for Pokemon or any type of turn-based RPG. Um,
Will you play it?
maybe it could be really 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 dope because if they bake that into the game, once your Pokemon's dead, it's dead. It's gone.
Hmm. You're gonna have angry children.
Yeah, I don't. I think they should put like
Survival mode Pokemon. Your favorite companion is dead.
tears will be had. Um,
Yeah.
and it's coming on console next year too, so that's gonna be interesting.
Ooh.
I'm glad they have
Yeah.
Steam and they're pushing ahead. I guess.
Yay, Temtem.
What you want to talk about next?
Well, PAX East is coming up as we talked about last time. I was watching because Devolver, they're pretty cheeky on Twitter. So they were like revealing a game soon. And I was like, I think they're being serious. And then, yeah, on their Twitter, they announced a game called Disc Room. And it's like all these spinning sharp discs, but you have to like make it through the dungeon room. And there's a puzzle and a pattern. So it's almost like a speed running snake game. It looks really panicky.
What's the art style of it?
Pixels.
Hmm. It almost
Keep it.
reminds me of like a roguelike. Do you know if that's in there?
Hmm. It might be. Yeah, I wonder if like how far you'll have to restart once you get sawed by the spinning razor blades.
That's dope.
You remember? Oh man, what was the name of that game? I used to play it. It was from Tiny Build. It was very fun. You would ride these obstacle courses like on a bike or just on all these different vehicles.
Happy Wheels?
And what was that game? It was like Road Rage. Shit, why can't I remember the name? It was very fun though. But you could try to make it through user generated maps, and there would be like crossbows firing arrows at you, cannonballs firing at you, and you just have to like make it through the course without being horribly maimed. But you were always horribly maimed.
Yeah, we'll have more information about PAX East. It starts tomorrow, the 27th,
Mm-hmm.
officially. So we don't know much about it, but we do know one thing. It's my favorite story coming out from here. The mayor of Boston basically groveled to Sony, like, why? Come back, please.
Yeah, this was very surprising to me.
Weird,
Maybe
right?
if you are a Bostonite, it's not, or Bostonian, it's not surprising to you. But yeah, I did not see that coming. The mayor specifically asking a vendor to return to PAX East.
Isn't that's a little weird to me? That's a very weird. That's like it's like a meta thing. He's like breaking the fourth wall. I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to talk about video games like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know in feedback what you think about this or if this surprises you. But we are a little bit like gobsmacked, like don't even really know what to say about it. Because last week we were like, oh well, Sony pulled out. If I was going to PAX, I would go anyway. Whatever. Like, I guess that's disappointing. But then it's like serious. Do you think it's because of the reason they cited for pulling out of PAX East, like concerns over the coronavirus? You think the mayor was like, yikes, guys? Like,
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of revenue, because a lot of people will come to PAX for specifically Sony, and
mm-hmm.
it drives a lot of revenue for Boston, I guess locally on a state level. But yeah, I think he was mostly trying to like nullify the claims that listen, Fortune 500 or whatever company is pulling out because of concerns, because there was a or is a confirmed case of that virus in Boston. So
Oh,
I guess he's trying to like bring down the claims, like, bro, it ain't that serious.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, he was doing his job, but somebody definitely like nudged him in the way of like, make a statement about this, even though you don't know shit about Sony or video games. Nudge, nudge.
Or maybe even PAX East.
I don't know. Maybe it's definitely like conspiracy theory territory, but somebody nudged him. I just thought it was very interesting thing, and I think it's funny when politicians grovel. So
The rare intersection of politics and video games. It happens rarely. It's normally after some violent crime is committed and the person was a gamer. But yeah, this was a bit out of left field. It's like, okay, Mayor,
ban all the
Mr.
video
Mayor.
games. XYZ crazy person played Minecraft Battle Royale 10 years ago. Okay. Moving
Yeah.
on. And other news for fan conventions, because that's basically what E3 is. The badges went on sale, right?
Yeah.
How much are there? Do you know?
No, I didn't even look. I should have. Shoot. I think when I looked, it was over $200, like in past years for the fan badges. But yeah, I'm anticipating it's not cheap because of where it takes place, which is in Southern California, right? So,
Yeah. I'm on their site right now, and it looks.
mhm.
It's very weird. It says, so Tuesday, June 9th, they obviously have an exhibit floor. The 2020 schedule has, there's two different badges. There's an industry badge, and there's a gamer badge. Tuesday from 11 to 6, the industry badge is, available for industry people, but there's no gamer badge on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
So they're giving the press an extra day.
Yeah, but I think that's like common practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's always like a Thursday that's like business to business. Huh.
Day 0.
Yeah, so the gamer badge is $165. The premium badge is like almost $1,000. What the fuck?
That's because companies pay for it.
No, that you could purchase this.
Right, but you would be going as a member of the press, so your publication would pay for it. I'm assuming.
No. There's an industry badge which is separate, and then there's a premium badge that I could literally purchase right now.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Does it say what comes with a premium badge? That's interesting to me.
Yeah, we can go through it. 3-day expo badge. Access to VIP lounge, which provides a quiet atmosphere to plan and strategize your time while at E3. Check emails, access business and concierge services, meet with colleagues. That's very specific. Dedicated service for E3 hotel reservations, catered breakfast and lunch, exclusive industry CEO VIP reception, daily networking receptions in the VIP lounge, access to the exhibit hall through the dedicated VIP entrance, access to LA Live activations and discounts for premium badge holders at the E3 merch store. So this is like, you want to be kind of industry, you could just pay for it.
Yeah, that's wow.
It's a yikes.
Yeah, I see why the press is pulling out of E3. Oh my God, because they're selling badges for you to mingle with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see if maybe you are in the gaming industry, like maybe you run a PR company, something like that. Maybe you're a management company and you would pay for that VIP. So you could perhaps provide a getaway space and like a centralized like meeting location, because these conventions are so crazy and busy, for maybe your clients or potential clients. But that's such a that is so specific. Like I can't I can't imagine why this would be a good place to hang out, to like a quiet room in a convention. It just sounds like networking on steroids.
Yeah, this is pay to win. 100%.
Wow. Well, E3. Can't wait to see the still I'm gonna watch it on stream, but man, I would be so interested. It seems like this convention show has evolved so quickly and rapidly in the past few years.
Yeah, I think everything gaming is like going through some type of phase.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to, be on the outside or be able to put yourself on the outside and look in to see like what's really going on. But this is some next level shit. I didn't expect this. I never actually looked into like the badges because I never considered going to E3, but that is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, E3 is exciting every year for different reasons.
Yeah. What's gonna happen this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, yikes. In more yikes news, Destiny 2 decided to rehash another mode and more armor from Destiny 1. Why did we ever go to Destiny 2 if we're just gonna take everything back from Destiny 1? Oh my god.
Destiny reminds me, I know so many people are excited for the return of competitive, which I'm putting air quotes around, competitive play in Destiny. Like a lot of people are really excited. A lot of people just play Destiny for PvP. But I
feel for those people's souls.
I don't know. Destiny is running like they said they had a 10-year plan, but really, in my opinion, it's just a switch, like game mode on, game mode off, game mode on. Like they just keep flipping a switch. Like it's Trials went away because it needed a major overhaul.
Yeah, Trials was dookie shit in Destiny 2 when it first came out. It was called Trials of the Nine or so.
Trials of Osiris.
It was 4v4. It was very slow. Time to kill was very slow. The the antithesis of what Destiny 1 Trials of Osiris was.
Which was 3v3.
3v3, yeah. Elimination. I mean, I don't hate the idea, but like let's talk about Destiny really quick. Side of Trials of Osiris, we'll put that on the back burner for now. They had a 10-year plan, right? This was from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gone out the window at this point. They're in what, year 7 or so?
No, I think year 6. 2015 or 2014.
Yeah, you're right. 2014. Yeah, so I mean, think of a game like World of Warcraft, right? A game that basically a toaster could drive and play. Um, I'm exaggerating, but still, you get the idea. That game is massive, right? And there's years and years and 15 years of expansions, etc. That game doesn't take much to drive. It's a 70-ish gigabyte game. Destiny is like the new age WoW or whatever for people who like, it's like a MMO light to some.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting to see this because this is not World of Warcraft with 2004 graphics. This is a AAA quality game with, gigabytes and gigabytes of like textures and meshes and whatever else the case may be. My point is it's not feasible for someone to have a 10-year plan and have all that content stacked on top of one another. You always have to figure the console people, and then, I talk shit about consoles all the time, but it's not the right move for a company to have a 250 plus gigabyte game that's gonna eat up half of their space for one game. But yeah.
Do you think that games are now, even games that are having expansions designed or DLC added, are like games are changing so because they're designed to be in the cloud now? Like no one's going to have any physical games. Like they're pushing services like Stadia. Is that what they're doing? Because yeah, Destiny, every update that I installed was at least 20 gigs, or around that. Like I remember like 17 to 20 gigs, and I'm like, how big can it get?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like, a high level thought process of like cloud games, but there's always going to be pushback for it because people like physical media. 100%. But that's a direct contradiction of what makes game developers money. Games as a service makes developers money. Cosmetic microtransactions that people can buy, and loot boxes and gambling stuff. Those are what make people money. So to answer
a lot of money.
Yes. To answer your question, yes, it's a twofold problem. Storage is, well, high level storage. So SSDs are expensive. They're hundreds and hundreds of dollars for SSD storage. Hard drive space, not so much. But hard drives are slow, right? Yeah, they're like racing against something. I don't know. What do you think about games that like stack content, like World of Warcraft, that has like years and years and years and years, versus axing some stuff, like having a ever evolving game that you may pay for something now, but it might not be relevant in 2 years.
That's true. I didn't think about that. That was why I stopped playing Destiny, is that that's one of my least favorite things about games, is as you progress through the end game, like it happened to me in Luigi's Mansion, there you can't go back. And if you do go back, you lose certain progress because the game changes in the end game. That's just how some of them are designed narratively and mechanically. So that kept breaking my heart in Destiny. I get very attached to my weapons, my loadout, my armor, the subclass. And or even the content, and it would go away. It would change so much. And so something I've noticed that's different, like I picked up Final Fantasy 14 and started playing that. That's an MMO. Tons of expansions. Like I never caught up to the current expansion, but it was a little lonely, like because there's not such a big influx of a new player base, like as opposed to as the expansions are released. But it was still playable. So I prefer how MMOs like Final Fantasy do it, where there's just or World of Warcraft, where there's years of expansions you can slog through if you want.
Or you can get boosted up, like how WoW does it, and I believe
Yeah, Final Fantasy does it. You can pay the different like, man, I forgot what they called it in Final Fantasy, but the certain like quick upgrades to level your character would go on sale. And one time they're like for certain skills, it was only like $7 each or something. So it's like you could catch up.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I want to see. I mean, we talked about Temtem and their. I knew their monetization strategy long term had to be cosmetics, and they basically revealed that in their roadmap. But yeah, games are gonna run into a problem where either like it's the Call of Duty problem. I think it is right. Call of Duty shits out a whole bunch of like microtransactions, but in a year, those are useless because it's a brand new game, right? Yeah, I just want to see what they're gonna conjure up or what kind of bullshit they're gonna conjure up. I think some people are on the right track, but okay, let me ask you this question. This is a very interesting question that I don't even have an answer for, but if you don't have an answer for it, it's cool. How do you feel about one game? It doesn't matter what it is. Pick a genre that you like. It's always evolving. One account, all your characters, and it just keeps evolving. You keep all your shit. Like kind of like Destiny, but no, just figure Destiny 1 with all the content from Destiny 1 through now. Do you want
What's the question? Okay, go ahead.
Do you want a game that's ever evolving from day one, or do you like sequels and things like that?
Yeah, I feel like that was depends how they evolve it. How overhauled it gets, I guess, with each expansion or DLC. But I don't know. I prefer a finished game that is not evolving or, has massive patches still that will be released within the first month. And then later DLCs. Like, I think those are the ones that I enjoy the most. Like, even in indie games, there's a DLC I'm waiting for right now that got delayed. It's called Dark. And it's just one person making the game. So I'm waiting on it, though. Really looking forward to it. Finished and beat the first, part of the game. So I'm looking forward to the DLC.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Stardew Valley with wizards. That game, I forget what it's called. Yeah, I don't want to tell him to hurry up, but he kind of needs to hurry up.
Hurry up. So, Trials of Osiris, please let us know. Will you be playing it? Are you happy it's back? Welcome back to Trials. It's going to be a sweaty season.
Yeah, I think their stuff comes out. Shit, I want to say next month.
I hope the servers are good because the Destiny 2 trial problem was that people couldn't find games or couldn't get matched.
Or they get DDoS. That was the new thing that happened.
Yeah, or what was I gonna say? Or there's like not enough players, or just even. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the question that I asked you, and it made no sense. I'm stupid. Next, TV.
Shooting the shit. Let's go. If you're still listening to this, thank you.
I apologize.
Man, the Destiny like K-holes will fall into. It's Woo.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Takes
think
we get it takes us back, I think. It's a problem.
I feel like a boomer when I talk about Destiny. I know there's a lot of people that love it, but back in my day.
I used to love it. Yeah. Played a shit ton of that game. Anyway, let's talk about TV.
My TV stuff is really quick. While I was in the hospital with my mom, I was
Mhm.
rewatching My Hero Academia.
Mhm.
Oof, the last big arc in season 4 that just like kind of ended. You know what it is if you watch My Hero Academia. That's a fucking banger, and I went through it twice again.
Mhm.
So good, I recommend it.
Cool.
Subtitles
I
though.
need subtitles aren't good
The
or
subtitle no, watch the subtitled version because those voices for that last major fight makes it.
okay.
That
I
was
need to
it.
give it a try. I was trying Sword Art Online again, but on episode 5. Just a little bit slow right now.
Yeah. Oh, and
Well, I watched go ahead.
I was watching Narcos, but I know you're not into that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's too intense for me.
Yeah, it's okay. People are hyping it up. It's okay.
All right.
All right, what are you into?
I started a show called Mythic Quest. It's on Apple TV, and it's too bad it's like on such a specific streaming service like Picard is, but um it's good. I mean, it reminds me of Silicon Valley, but it's a game studio. So they're making this game called Mythic Quest, and it's just a satire of how ridiculous the games industry is and how
Really?
crazy game development is.
Okay. That's not what I expected.
I
Just
thought
based
it
on the
looked
title.
cheesy. The advertising does not reflect exactly what's going on the show. They had a big booth at PAX. Um, and I just zippity dooed on by it because I thought, I don't know. It's just totally different from what I thought the show was going to be. So it's funny. I recommend you give it a try if you like games. It's like The Office in Silicon Valley, but video games.
Any notable actors in that show?
One of the guys from Always Sunny, I think,
Okay.
isn't it? And but no, no. The head writer is a known like actor that's been around for a while. You'd recognize him. He's one of those guys that's like in stuff. But other than that, no, I have not recognized anybody. I hate to be like they're no names, but it's
They're
just
not
new
household
faces to
names.
me.
Yeah, new
Yeah.
faces. Okay, so question. Do they release the episodes weekly or is it just a Fukaki of episodes at one time?
Oh my god. I'd like to apologize for Lou. Anyway, that's a good question. There were only 3 episodes on Apple TV, so I'm assuming they're doing it weekly. Otherwise, there would be more. I don't know. I just
Okay.
watched it last night.
I dig that format, even though they get more money out of me.
It's true. I'm behind on Picard, but we can talk about that next time. I didn't like the most recent episode. Eek.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check out Mythic Quest. And see what's up. I'll catch up.
So one other thing, real quick, perhaps before we wrap, is I watched Parasite for the second time this weekend, and that I mean, who cares about like the Academy Awards? But just to say, it's popular right now because it won Best Picture, and it's a Korean movie. It's worth the watch. It's worth watching. You know, people complain about foreign language films like they have to read subtitles, but it's really worth it. It's beautiful and it's a thriller with lots of twisty turns you will not see coming. And I will not say anything about it, I promise. Just that watch it. It was even better on the second watch.
Okay. I have 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you watch it?
I watched it at home both times.
Like the DVD, the Blu-ray, or streamed it?
I streamed it. It's going to be on Hulu in April too, so it'll be more readily available.
That's dope. Um, Well, I guess my second question is not really a question, it's a statement. Watch foreign films. Some of my favorite films are foreign films. The language
It's true.
barrier, it might be there because of the subtitles, but there are some fucking gems in there. If you want something that's so similar, I guess it's a horror, but not really. Train to Busan, dope. Watch it.
Hmm.
And Parasite, I'm
Did you
gonna
ever
check that out.
see Snowpiercer?
I did.
Speaking of train movies, so the same director and writer of Snowpiercer. No, wait, was Snowpiercer a book? Okay. Anyway,
Snowpiercer. I
I
don't
thought it
think
was an
so.
original film,
It
but
is an
the
original.
same director and writer is from Parasite. So it's not fantasy. Parasite is like not a weird futuristic sci-fi post-apocalyptic world. It's could be Korea today, but if you like Snowpiercer, then I don't know, Parasite's even better.
Have you ever seen Snowpiercer?
Mm-hmm.
One question, and then we wrap. Do you think that's a sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, that's what happened. They all got on that train.
Do you think it's a sequel? Or a spiritual sequel?
I have never thought about that. So what makes you think that?
You want to save this one for next week?
All right, let's save it for next week.
Let's
but
save it for next week.
maybe perhaps I'll think about it a little bit more. But I've never heard that before.
It's a hotly debated topic.
Cool. I will. Let's talk about it next time.
Yep. And with that,
Well,
we're done.
thank you guys for listening to episode 14. We'll see you next week.
Later.